I'm not sure why nobody wants to speak up about this, but I guess I'll be the one to do it. There is a serious shortage of attractive, eligible, mentally stable, emotionally available men. We need to get a search party together, figure out what has happened, where have they gone.
You can go now.
I thought I might stay over tonight.
Oh, but I don't want you here.
People have asked me if I loved him. To be clear, he and I were not in love. I was just honestly very drunk, and probably in a more general sense at that time in my life, very bored.
Stop it. Get some help.
We interrupt this program to prescribe you with 1,000 milligrams of red vitamins.
Right here, right now. It's the right time, It's the right sound. Right now. Tell the whole pipe down. Tell the nigga pipe down.
What's good, Shadow Realm? It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne coming at you with another crazy video. But first, my goal is to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe. You already know. Reclaim your throne.
You look good. You look good. Your form's good. It's just I don't know why you have to make these little videos everywhere. Yeah, it's kind of distracting from your workout. You probably get more.
You think?
Yeah, you get more out of it.
Oh, you think I'd get more out of it?
Yeah.
See, I'm already getting a lot out of it because I make so much money making these like little videos. So.
Okay, you on like TikTok or something?
Or something. Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, well, have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
Wow, that is hilarious. So this clout chasing chick in the gym got called out for, I guess, setting up her camera and making quote unquote little videos, which I personally don't have a problem with, you know, people making videos in the gym. You want to track your progress. You want to see what's going on. But a lot of times what these women do is they make videos and then they try and catch guys looking at them or checking them out in different ways. But in reality, they were hunting for that attention in many such cases. So it's funny to see a lot of women now getting confronted about this. But at the same time, I do not advise my guys to do that. So if you are a Malcolm, mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man, and you are in the gym because you're trying to improve on yourself, and you just so happen to recently purchase the Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course, and you're trying to get swole, you're trying to get right, you are trying to become the best version of yourself, what are you going to do? All right? You're going to focus on your workout. You're going to focus on what you got going on. You're not going to be worried about what other people are doing in the gym, okay? So if this girl wants to film and do TikTok dances and all that kind of stuff, you just want to make sure you outside of the camera, you ain't in the way. And if you see her setting up the camera and there's a weight that you have to go get, yeah, boom, bust through, keep it moving, walk through the camera if you got to, don't say nothing, don't make eye contact, just keep it a moving, keep it a chucking. Yeah, you know, it ain't nothing personal, but your stuff in the way, your ish in the way, so we gonna have to boom, go to the weight, because a lot of times they'll set it up where they're blocking weights, they're blocking things, and at the end of the day, you know, you gotta get your workout in. You have to do what you gotta do to stay fit, okay, to stay reclaimed and really ready for action, okay? So I mean, it's just funny how these girls are getting called out on their gym shenanigans, because most of them really just bending over in front of the camera. Let's keep it a buck.
Does body count matter, and what is your body count?
Body count doesn't matter, and I don't know what my body count is, unfortunately. Okay, what was the question again?
What is your body count, if you know, and does it matter?
I have no idea what my body count is, and no, I don't give a fuck about what your body count is, as long as you're a good person.
Okay. What would you guesstimate if you had to?
Mine, I think it's over 100 for sure.
Does body count?
So, wow, I mean, that was a crazy scene, and this is how a lot of modern women are actually ending up turning out. It looks like they're at some type of rave or at some type of event or something, And guys, if you go on Instagram and you see your regular everyday girl, because they be like, oh, well, this isn't every girl and this and your regular everyday girl, if she's cute, okay, because we're not worried about the monsters, okay? We ain't worried about these 300, 250 pound chicks, walking around. We don't even factor them in, okay? I'm talking about any type of girl who is kind of attractive, and obviously the girl who's straight yadded up completely ruined her beauty. So that is, a girl who got that many tattoos, she's definitely going to be ran through. I mean, the tattoos are a telltale sign, okay? So, but the other girl who has the leash on her neck, which is kind of wild because a lot of women are like, oh, don't objectify me. I'm not a dog. Don't call me a bitch. Da, da, da. And then they literally are, damn near furrying out here. Like she damn near a furry at this point, putting a collar on herself. It's just wild. They're complete contradictions. But like I said, if they're going to raves, which we know that most of these girls are going to raves, if they're going to concerts, we know that most of these girls are going to concerts. They are probably getting ran through. That's just a fact. You got 21-year-old girls right now who have 20 bodies at 21, and they don't think that's a lot. They really don't. Like, if you ask them, oh, is that a lot? No, they don't think it's a lot. And then I'm counting like, okay, when did you get started? Because you only had 3 years to do that. And if you got 20 at this point, what are you doing? 6, 7 a day? And that is actually the average that the CDC states is the average annual body count that a woman is picking up. And that was years ago when I read that study. So, hey, man, it's only getting more heated up. And a lot of women wonder why. Okay, well, why aren't men committing? Why are men going their own way? Why are men YSBN? Why are men becoming passport bros? This is the exact reason why.
I'm not sure why nobody wants to speak up about this, but I guess I'll be the one to do it. There is a serious shortage of attractive, eligible, mentally stable, emotionally available men. We need to get a search party together, figure out what has happened, where have they gone. I'm not sure why nobody...
All right, guys, so we have another woman asking, where have all the good men gone? They're saying, oh, nobody's asking this question. Why is anybody asking this question? Ma'am, are you on the internet? You need to touch grass, bro, because how have you not heard this question being asked time after time after time after time? Most modern women in this day and age are suffering when it comes to trying to find a person that they want to date. And the reason why is because, for one, a lot of y'all are ran through. Y'all can't even pair bond at this point. So if you can't pair bond, you're not going to be satisfied with any man. And a lot of y'all know that. A lot of y'all are moving in that way. Like, y'all are classifying guys as, oh, he's the hookup guy. He's the food guy. He's the date guy, the extravagant date guy. Oh, he's a sugar daddy guy. So you've already ruined yourself when you're going in to try and actually date, okay? You've already messed up, because now you're comparing the guy that you, I guess, see yourself with every other guy that you've been with. And it's just going to be another category, another requirement that you're going to require from a man. When if you would have just, held it down with one guy who was a good guy, and maybe he was a little boring, and maybe he wasn't extravagant and whatnot, but he was stable, then you'd be a lot happier. But they can't do it. They have to ride the CC, the cock carousel. And unfortunately, if you do it too many times, and you don't have to do it too many times for it to be pretty much OV for you, you do it too many times, then, your pair bonding ability is gone. So now she thinks that there's not a lot of available men, but the Malcolms, mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable men, they're all out there, okay? Maybe he's not 6'3". Maybe he is a little fat. Maybe he do got a little beer belly, but he's making good money, and he wakes up every single day at 6 a.m. and works, okay, and don't come home till 9. Maybe he does have a steady job where he's, working as a plumber or electrician. Okay, maybe he is driving trucks, so he's on the road all the time. Maybe he's doing these types of blue collar, laborious jobs to make ends meet so that he can invest in himself in the future. But a lot of these women are not willing to hold it down with a man and try and work through these things. And, you know, I go to her TikTok, and guess what? She is doing the modern woman tings out here, okay? She's doing the I'm strong and independent. She's doing the one night stand, like the little funny TikToks of, oh, well, you know, there'll be sounds where they're like, oh, well, you can go after they do a one night stand. She's doing all that type of stuff. So I'm going to show you guys this, and then we're going to, you know, talk about it and then conclude the video.
Give me a beat.
All right. So she is doing the modern woman tings, like I said. It says, when you drink too much the night before and are hungover, but have to go out again and be the life of the party. So multiple days where she's getting drunk, multiple days where she's partying. We know what happens in the nightclubs. We know what happens when girls go out and they get drunk. They get fucked. They get smashed. They're looking for, in many cases, you know, what she's asking for. Oh, an eligible man who is going to be emotionally stable and da-da-da-da. Like, they're looking for a stud guy, a Chad, who's going to be a pussy and do whatever they want them to, you know, do whatever they say pretty much. And if you want a guy who is attractive, who's a go-getter, who's an A-type personality, who is making money, he's not going to just go with what you say unless he's like unattractive and fat and sloppy. Then those guys, yeah, you can manipulate. So you have to give on something. You got to lower your standards. You have to settle, but they're not willing to settle. And meanwhile, while she's not willing to settle, she's out here ruining herself, getting drunk, getting fucked, going on girls' nights, and being what she called the life of the party. And we know what that means.
You can go now.
I thought I might stay over tonight.
Oh, but I don't want you here.
So you heard that. You can go now, right, is what she said in the sound. And she's mouthing it out. And then the man, the presumed man, says, well, I thought I'd stay the night. And then she's like, oh, well, I don't want you here. And then like she thinks it's funny and da-da-da-da, whatever. And yeah, it's a little cute video or whatnot, but it kind of shows her mentality, right? It shows that, yo, shorty is on some, okay, I smash a guy, I think he's cute, but maybe he's dumb, maybe he's not engaging, maybe he's just like some D for the night type stuff, and I don't really find any attraction to him because I have ridden the cock carousel and I've burned down my receptors for pair bonding. So now when I sleep with a guy, I tell him to go, right? Because usually it's the man who's, okay, you know, trying to, okay, are you going to leave? Or, you know, can I get your stuff? Can I walk you to your door? Can I walk you to your car? Whatever, right? That's usually how it goes down. But now women are like trying to take on the mindset of, oh, I'm gonna be a player too, and I smashed him and I told him to leave, and they think that's a flex, but in all actuality it just makes them a slut. So she's playing into all of the modern women things and the things that they do that we talk about on this channel, and she's wondering why she can't find a good man. I mean, the story writes itself, bro. It's hilarious. It's completely insane.
People have asked me if I loved him. To be clear, he and I were not in love. I was just honestly very drunk, and probably in a more general sense at that time in my life, very bored.
So that is another example of modern women tings. I was very drunk, so, I mean, at this point, she's an alcoholic. At this point, she's already, and there are videos on her TikTok of her drinking alcohol and martinis and I don't know, sours and whatever. I'm not a big drinker, so I don't know all the drink. You know, we Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training, so we ain't drinking like that. But this woman, I mean, she's pretty much telling on herself. We know why you can't find a man, because your standards are too high. You're like high class, like sedity type chick, and then you think that you are worth more than you really are, not as a person, right? But in the dating market, in the sexual marketplace, like, ma'am, yes, you're attractive, but you ran through. So it's like, okay, you're going to be more of a girlfriend, maybe even a long-term girlfriend type thing, but nobody's going to commit to you because I was drunk and I was bored, so I had sex with him and we weren't in love, but I fucked him because I was drunk and I was bored. See, that's what's getting modern women in trouble. And a lot of times they rationalize this with the high value men. So when we talk about why modern women are complaining about men and all this kind of stuff, what they're complaining about are the high status men. And she's trying to justify why he didn't commit to her by saying, oh, well, he was boring and I was drunk and I was horny and I fucked him, right? That's the rationale. That's the cope talking, but it's not actually how they feel. They actually did want that high value man, whoever they smashed, to commit to them, whether it's the contextual alpha, right? Whether it's the high school quarterback or, the jock, but he's also like a arts kid or something like that. I don't really know like the intricacies for the white community, right? I know in the community, okay, yeah, it's either the athlete or the Thug Max Alpha Simp. We already know that. But in the white community, it's different guys that they might find attractive growing up and whatnot, and maybe he looks like, I don't know, Harry Styles or something, and he's on that femboy stuff. It could be multiple different things, but in my opinion, I think she's going for more of the Chad type guy, right? And because he doesn't commit to her, then she tries to justify it by saying, oh, well, I didn't love him. I was just bored and drunk and horny and I fucked him. And we fucked for this amount of time. And then after that, she thinks that she tosses him to the wayside. But in all actuality, he didn't commit. And then her friends talked her out of, dating him more because, oh, he's such a shitty guy. He doesn't love you. He doesn't respect you. Like, oh my God, like he didn't pull up when we were downtown and buy us drinks. Oh my God, he didn't buy all the friends drinks. That's the type of dynamic that's going on here. And I mean, it's as plain as day. Anybody could see it. A fool could see it, but she can't even see it because of the cognitive dissonance that a lot of these women are carrying. It's crazy. It's crazy. And this needs to be studied. It really does. But you're not alone, miss. You're not alone. What's going on is something that is going to continue and is going to increase because more men are waking up, more men are watching content like this, and more men are reclaiming their throne. So you already know what it is. It's your boy Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship quote to the email down below with a screenshot of your CashApp so I know you're paying your tithes, man. Y'all need to be getting more freaking dealing with the BS. You already know. Reclaim your throne.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.